Ang hirap gumawa ng intro. Oh my gosh. Actually, I'm very, very thrilled and excited to be sitting here and telling you and sharing with you the big news and progress on our K1 visa or alien fiance petition. If you haven't watched the previous video, I shared with you guys when we applied and the packet inclusions, and basically also gave you an overview about this whole process. And now finally, after 13 point something months, we are approved. Actually, we got approved last May 30, 2023. And before that, we had an RFE request for evidence. So apparently, what we submitted wasn't enough, or hindi siya sapat for USCIS to make a decision whether to approve or deny our petition. So the letter of request for evidence, I have it here. So I can share with you kung ano yung hiningi sa amin na isubmit. May 19, 2023, no, was it May 19? No, I think on the 10th of May, nag-change yung status namin to request for initial evidence request was sent. And then we had to wait for like a week, 7 days, before the letter can come in the mail, or before the letter came in the mail. Kasi hindi naman sinasabi sa website kung ano yung hinihingi ng USCIS na evidence. So we had to wait for that. And right then and there, noong 17th of May, natanggap ni fiance in the mail yung letter nila, which contains the list of evidences that we needed to submit. And when I woke up in the morning, my gosh, yun yung bumulaga sa akin. And hindi ko pa naintindihan yung word na preponderance. Kasi yun yung adjective to describe the amount of evidence that we needed to submit. I'll try to flash here somewhere the letter from USCIS about the evidences that was requested for us to send. But basically, mga ano siya, evidences of an ongoing relationship. Well, I think it is a very valid request of USCIS to do that because kasi kami, isang beses na kami nagkita, nag-file na agad kami ng K1 visa because we knew that the process was going to be lengthy, and then we had to do it. And at that time it was like 13, now 14 months. Ang request lang naman po is like evidences of wedding preparations, another updated letter of intent to marry, photos together, hotels, receipts, and basically evidences na nagpapatunay na yung relasyon is still ongoing and it's still valid. And so we received it on the mail 17th of May. The day after, 18th of May, we submitted our evidences, which is like this thick, because after our meeting in March 2022, we met again twice. After that, we met in October, actually September. He stayed here for a month, and then we met again in Thailand last April. We stayed there for 2 weeks, and then so we had a preponderance of evidences to support that our relationship was ongoing. So, ganyan ka-thick yung evidences na sinubmit namin. So, we mailed it, and then on the 19th of May, our status changed to evidence received. So, in like a couple of days, or parang 1 day lang yata, na-receive na agad ni California Service Center yung aming evidences that we submitted. And then, May 30, nag-update na siya to approved. So from the moment na na-receive yung evidence up until approval, it's only like 10 or 11 days na approved na siya agad. And it is because we followed what they requested on the letter, like so much evidence that we sent to them. It has been a very long journey, this K1 visa, but the wait doesn't stop there, because after NOA2. Well, NOA2 is the Notice of Action 2, or the second notice of action that we received. So the case now is being transferred from the immigration to the National Visa Center. And that process of transferring to NVC takes about um, three weeks to 90 days. So ilang weeks ba yung 90 days? Ewan ko. Basta 3 months. 3 weeks to 3 months. Naka-state doon sa NOA2 that we will be, if we don't hear from NVC for 30 days from our change of status to approved, we we can initiate an inquiry using their website. There's a public inquiry form there. At saka meron ding email na provide si USCIS doon sa letter, which we can use to email them an inquiry about the status of our case. Kasi yung NVC, eto na yung NVC stage, sila yung mag-create ng case number. And pag meron ng case number, mag-update din siya to case number created. And then in transit, meaning in transit to the embassy in the Philippines, US Embassy Manila. And then after that, once it's received in Manila, it will change into case ready. Kape muna tayo ang ingay ng aso. Okay, pag case ready na, it means that we are able to, the beneficiary is able to now schedule an appointment with the US Embassy Manila for interview. And then from there, we work backwards. We schedule our medical exam and then also pay the visa fees and then create the DS-160 and secure all of the other evidences na required na naman for the next step. Well, obviously the next step is medical and then interview and then counseling. Counseling, yun yung CFO. CFO stands for Commission of Filipino Overseas something. Basta yun yung seminar after the visa has been provided to the beneficiary. Hindi ka kasi pwedeng mag-schedule ng CFO or counseling session with CFO if you don't have your visa yet. So the visa after your interview there's a 1 week timeline. So parang 7 days pa, within 7 days after ng interview mo, if nakapasa ka, doon mo pa makukuha yung passport, which they will mail to you using their partner courier, which is LBC. So ayun. So right now, what we are doing is we're just patiently waiting on our case number. And by the end of this month, if we don't hear anything from the National Visa Center, we will be initiating an inquiry. And then hopefully, in just a few more weeks or days, we could get our case number at mag-case ready na kami. And in the meantime, hindi muna ako magsisecure ng requirements like Certificate of No Marriage, NBI, police clearance, kasi those documents have an expiration date na 6 months. So hindi ako sigurado na, we never know what could happen with the case number creation and all that, and the backlog in the US Embassy Manila. So para safe na lang din, pag nagkaroon na ako ng interview date, if I'm able to secure that, then I'll start to prepare the documents. Other documents that I could prepare ahead na hindi mag-expire are yung photos together. Actually, I started printing them out. It's just malayo sa akin ngayon, so hindi ko mapapakita. But na-start na ako mag-print ng pictures at ng Facebook posts, call logs, kasi importante din yun at wala naman yung expiry. So I think yun lang. I'm very excited, and I think fingers crossed, very positive that this year will be the year for us. And actually, I'm feeling very nervous because this is it. This is really is it. It's slowly nagsisink in na siya sa akin na ito na approved na, and only a few more steps, and then after that Ayaw na niya kasing he doesn't want to waste time anymore. He wants me to immediately fly to the US, and then that means I'm leaving my country, I'm leaving my family here, I'm leaving my job, I'm leaving my friends, I'm leaving my freaking dog. So I'm leaving everything and I'm starting a new life with the love of my life. And it's a very, very good idea. Like in my head, it's paradise. However, there are also times that natatakot ako na baka kasi, things won't work out the way we planned it to work out. And I don't know if I can handle that because this is really like a leap of faith. But again, we only live once, YOLO, and there is this overpowering feeling that I have that it's gonna be okay, and I'm gonna be with the person that I love, and that's what matters most. As long as we're in this together, I can do this, we can do this, and there's so much more to look forward to. And I'm turning 29 next month. I cannot believe it. I'm getting old and my armpits are sweaty because I'm nervios. Anyway, I am going to try to edit this video and put stuffs on the screen that will be helpful to you. And thank you so much for the support. People are messaging and commenting, not just on YouTube, but on Messenger and on TikTok as well, trying to get an update on where we're at. So yeah, here we are. We've been approved, and I'm very much looking forward to sharing with you guys the next steps of this journey. So yeah, until then,